Hello and welcome to today's video. As I said, we had a plan to do Minblast for Rathma in tier 2, just like we did on all the other bosses. As far as I know, nobody managed to make this kill yet, so this is my first attempt at making the kill. Generally speaking, I was pretty confident that this kill is doable, because you don't really lose a lot of damage using Rathma gear on Minblast Assassin. And we have these beautiful extra warriors that can help as distractions. So I treated it like a general summoning build going into the fight, thinking like Summon Druid, or like we used the summons in Desecrate, but with maybe a bit better damage, generally speaking. So for the first phase, I was a little unsure if I want to keep the summons or not, because one, the glacial spikes that the spires throw can really hurt if they make one of them explode. And two, because I wasn't sure if it's going to be worth dropping my Minblast stacks for the AoE. But I decided I'll try it, and we'll see if it doesn't work, I'll just try again. I haven't really tested this kill before, so I was kind of going in blind into everything. Yeah, I was getting a little tickled by my hair, so just tying it back there. And yeah, going in, the idea was that during the in-between phases where you just have to damage Rathma, I'll just summon them as fast as possible so they can draw aggro. And during the golem phases, I will target the two close golems first, and I'll try to kill the two last golems together with the AoE. As you can see, we damaged them pretty fast. We kill like one golem here pretty fast, kill the other close golem pretty fast. Then we try to target in the middle. You see, I'll target the Minblast kind of in the middle, trying to hit both golems. This way we managed to clear the phase pretty easily. Over here we put a few potions in. Yeah, we're a little close there. But that was the general strategy, and I figured that I could repeat this. Apparently we did so much damage we even skipped the Nova phase, which makes this fight even easier. And again, I focused the close golem. And then I move on to the next golem. Theoretically, you could use Dragonflight to move around in this fight. Since this is the first time I'm trying it, I didn't really have it in mind that much. And I will remind that this is my mapping spec. I don't really respec the skills for this, so I'm using the same set of skills. I show all the gear and the skills in the end as well, but generally speaking, there's nothing there that I use differently. So in theory, you could use the same spec. You wouldn't need to respec, and you can go into bossing as well, which is really cool. I always appreciate when a character can both boss and map at the same time. So for future people who like Minblast, or like maybe would want to make Minblast next season, I have a guide up, and you can also run bosses for yourself. It doesn't have to be tier 2s, you know, but can definitely do the tier 0s pretty easily. Yeah, as you can see, we're rotating again. And overall, this was very clean. Like, I did have some worries about the damage not being enough, or I had some worries about just not being able to get position, but it seems like the shadows taking aggro from the spires and from Mendeln themselves was pretty good. I did feel like just because we have like 1 point in claw block, getting like 50% for the claw block is pretty crazy because of all the +2 shadow disciplines. So definitely felt very strong. We drank a lot of potions, but I don't know if we necessarily needed to. So overall, it felt very, very strong. Yeah, nothing much more to say. Felt very consistent. Like I wasn't afraid to die at any time or anything. So let me move it slightly forward. I think we're like talking to the chat while doing it. So over here we're farming some potions, just going through this phase, nothing too special. Everything dies pretty fast in that phase. You overcapped for everything. You also overcapped for lightning. So even like the gloams here don't really tickle you too much. And yeah, now we move on to the second phase. And the second phase I expect it to be much easier. Again, all summon builds in the second phase usually have a pretty good time. So I figured I'll make sure to damage Rathma, clear out the Conjured Souls, and the idea is before the Void Knight phase, you want to make sure you have 1 or 2 warriors up, and that you're positioning away from the summon, so they don't, from the Void Knight, so they don't aggro against you. Nice benefit of Minblast is that you can actually kill the Conjured Soul spawning in the background, and I actually did so much damage that I didn't even notice that I'm about to summon them. Again, first time I'm trying this, so doing too much damage is obviously like not like a bad problem to have. And he ended up summoning like 4 Conjured Souls or 5 of them. I'm not even sure how many that was. Yeah, there was another one. So I was focusing on killing them. I didn't really want any unexpected damage to be a part of this because I didn't have like experience with this build. So I was taking my time to kill them. It's always okay to take your time killing them. Like it can cost you like a couple potions, but in like a stressful moment, it's probably a good idea. And yeah, something I'm trying to get used to is to make sure I recast the summons whenever they're like down. You can see they can take quite a few hits. They don't really die that fast. But yeah, just make sure you recast them. Here they're like tanking more than one spear. That's really, really good for you. Yeah, not being a little bit stubborn over there. Not recasting. Like sometimes I feel like I just want to keep the stacks up for the Mind Blast. So I decided to tank like a spear or something. But I guess it's not very safe play. I just wanted to make sure that I kill like the Purple Knight and all the guys that were bunched up. But you can definitely take your time a little bit more. And over here you can see every time in the down phases I make sure to stack up my potions. Summon my girlies when I can. He was like really nuking them every time. So I expected this to be super easy, but you can see if you can bunch a few of them together, like just keep casting. That was so scary. I got like that message with like the all caps. These things really scare me when they happen. But you can see if you got like a bunch of Void Knights all bunched up, it's really easy to deal damage. And again, keep summoning those girlies, they'll defend you. Puts a few more potions in, make sure it's to resummon. I try to resummon them in places where they're not going to get hit by the same attacks. And if you can stand in one side of him and summon on the other side, remember that there's a chance he would target them with like his teeth, and like it wouldn't be bothering you. Yeah, I put on do not disturb mode because I was afraid of that message distracting me. Overall, phase 1, phase 2 went pretty smoothly. I was pretty happy with it, so I was getting very confident that I'm gonna get like phase 3 as well. And yeah, okay. So we're getting ready, just mentally visualizing it. The idea would be we want to, of course, just damage them at the same time, lower them together. And since we got that AoE type of approach, and we want to make sure we're not double phasing or anything too crazy, taking our time, trying to bunch up the Void Knights together, either kiting them or summoning them like in the corner or something, and then focusing them, making sure we got warriors up before this Void Knight summons. And yeah, that was generally the strategy that I was going in with. And let's see how I did on my first try. Okay, am I gonna go in? Yeah, just go in, dude. Oh, okay. There we go. Action is coming. So I like dropping the cube. You don't have to do that, of course. Everybody has their own preference. You can see the warriors sometimes take like the cage aggro, which is really, really nice. You don't really struggle breaking the cage. I one-tapped the cage, so I was pretty happy with that. And you can see that I'm like rejuving very fast. I don't really mind rejuving after like 30% lost. See, like even here, like I rejuve just to be safe. Claw block there, kind of carrying us, like taking in Sludge Novas. I wasn't sure if I should be trying to stick to Mendeln to avoid the sledges, or if I should just focus on killing. As you can see, I really didn't mind like tanking a Sledge Nova and just rejuving immediately. So over here, we drink a few potions. So for the first phase, I feel like I was a little bit careless. I drank like more juve than I was planning. But overall, this is not bad for us. I wanted to get rid of the Conjured Soul, but I couldn't target that one, which is pretty annoying. I was getting maybe a little too fixated on him. We got Mendel to second Nova phase, so I was pretty happy with that. I just stand in the middle, dodge, and the Claw Block apparently ate up the Poison Nova or something, because it didn't hit me. And we summoned them. I actually forgot to have like warriors up for this. I was just focusing on summoning them in the corner because I wanted to hit them at the same time. You can see I'm trying to like generally target like the purple knights if I can, just to get rid of them first. And when I have like downtime, I'll try to summon another warrior. And yeah, that's the second phase already doing pretty well in my estimation. Like the second phase went pretty smoothly. And again, we try to recast our shadows, fill our cube. I was expecting to have a little bit more juice than that, but I think yeah, our play wasn't like the best here, of course. Again, claw block or whatever. So the Poison Nova doesn't hit us. I think that's a little silly, but that's just my I guess that's just my opinion. We didn't have the best like summon situation. They all spread out pretty fast, so I was a little unhappy about that, but of course we just keep going. Trying to get 2 Void Knights over here. We got a few of them walking in together, so I was just focusing on them to try and make it hit them at the same time. And over here again, we have 3 of them bunched up, so we want to make sure we deal that damage. And 1 more Void Knight to go. And now just the final phase, so really not an issue at this point. It's pretty much like a done deal. Yeah, gotta make sure you antidote the Nova. And we make sure to get rid of Mendeln. And at this point, it's pretty much like a sealed deal, and we get the kill. So you can see, like, I wasn't too stressed. We had like a bunch of potions left. It wasn't like it wasn't as tight as the Necro kill. I think this could be done with like a lot more potions left too. The gear is pretty good. The gear is pretty maximized. So it is like it is very, very good gear, but this was my first attempt, so obviously this could be done with a lot less. Generally speaking, I think this build is very strong. I think you could probably even race for an aura with it. I think it could be competitive with the Blades the Sentinel build. That is the popular way to kill Rathma right now for assassins. And I really think it's very safe too, so it's pretty good for farming, maybe even. Even if the kill is a little slow, like it's very, very safe at doing it. So I kind of like that for farming on assassin. So I think I'm going over the gear, so I'll just pause real quick to go back to the original audio, just so you guys can hear like what gear we were using, the skills, the setup. But yeah, I'll be back after that little showcase. We'll have a little chat, and I'll send you on your way. Alright, quick showcase for the gear. We got 1 Whispering Mirage, FCR, -7, 2 Shadow Warrior, 2 Old Res minus requirement jewels. We have way too much res anyway, but whatever. Cham Ohm Vex Andariels. We got free Jaws with max life slam Nats, free to Shadow Discipline. 30 FCR Occultist. To get our breakpoint, also reduces curse duration, which is kind of good. 2 max Arax for the, 2 max resistances. We don't need it for the poison, but it's good for the fire and cold. Some PLR ring with a bunch of life and mana. Helps you not run out of mana. That's good. FCR Natures, gives you Breakpoint, and gives you the Oak, and max resistances. Plus 4 2 max, 75 PLR, Insane Amulet. Shadow Dancers, max poison, gives you Dex 2 to Shadow Discipline. Curse Resistance, super good. And a Shadow Killer to boost our damage. Theoretically, possible with 2 Mirages too. Probably doable with 2 Mirages. Felt like I'm not gonna need 2 Mirages. But like 2 was like enough. It was just enough to keep like distractions up. So this gives you more plus skills. So that's awesome. Overcap res. Remember that since you have curse resistance, 20%, you only need to overcap like 27. So this is like way overcapped, way more than you need. Jewels, and these are just all res minus requirement. CBF from the Andariels. 86 and 86, free from Natures, 2 from Arax, 2 from Amulet, and 4 from 4 to each from Andariel, from the runes. 17 PDR from Fade, some flat reduction also. What else we got? 102 FCR, that's the break one we went with. It's pretty good. For you FHR with 1 FHR Scalar. A bunch of lifers, pretty good ones, I think. Torch, Annie, perfect, I know. 2 FHR ones to get your breakpoints. Can probably have like FHR res jewels as well instead. Like that also can solve your FHR problems. A bunch of broken charms. Skills, max. 1 point in Dragonflight, nothing traps. Dump into Fade. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So yeah, that was our first kill for Rathma. We have now achieved kills on Rathma, Declone, and Lucian using Minblast. And using each one of our characters for the season. This is my final character for the season. So from now on, my focus is just going to be leveling her to 99. That will be the end of my season. That's my final task, because I always level my characters to 99. And I appreciate everyone watching. It was a very fun chase getting this new build to do tier 2 Rathma. I think it's a very viable build for bossing. I don't think it's a meme build or anything like that. I think people can definitely use this to farm in next seasons if they want to, or if they just want to get their first kill, but not compromising on their mapping build as well. This is a can do it all kind of build, map fast, boss, early farm, level up with. So really cool build. I really recommend checking it out. Yeah, and if you need any guidance, you can always ask in the comments or on the guide itself, or drop by the stream and ask a few questions. With that said, this is kind of like the end of our bossing saga. Like I'll still boss on my own time because I have a lot of materials, but I'm gonna do it on the druid. If people have requests for me to record any kills on different builds, maybe you have a build for yourself and you want me to try it, I can always pick up like the character exporter and try to like run a bossing setup that you guys come up with if you ever want to see like demonstrations. Other than that, I'm just going to focus on leveling this girl to 99. And yeah, I appreciate you all. We're going to keep like uploading all sorts of cool drops and cool demonstrations along the way. And I'll keep updating till we hit 99. We're going to do it in solo play. So it's going to take us probably a couple of weeks till we actually hit 99. But yeah, whenever we do that, we'll end our season. And we are looking to start at GSF afterwards. So if you are interested in that, make sure to drop by the Discord or the Twitch chat so you can be updated on whenever that is going to go on. With that said, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And till the next time, have a good whatever you're having. And bye.